Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, light the bloody beam. We are back for another week of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. I am your host, Sam Freeze, also known as Biggest Puma. Broadcasting live here on the north side of San Antonio, where we find ourselves 42 days away from the prestigious
Emeritus Cup.
Emeritus. So you've got to stop saying that, because now I'm saying it out of habit. And I keep saying Emeritus as a joke, and everyone thinks I'm a goddamn idiot. Some inbred hillbilly. Emeritus.
North Texas, we got good public schools out there.
It's that Emeritus NBA Cup final coming down 42 days from now.
All white trashy like that?
You're goddamn right. It is also day number 5 of no ESPN or Disney channels on YouTube.
Man.
That might become the new countdown of just counting up the amount of days. Government shutdown, I could care less.
Yeah.
You take away my ESPN and ABC.
Like, I couldn't even watch Monday Night Football. I was forced to go to the bar.
Yes. I'm sure your arm was twisted. The arm that you're hearing metaphorically being twisted is, of course, the arm of Cap himself in the room with me, as well as the glorious, perfectly timed drops of producer extraordinaire and third leg of this program, LG.
LG? Oh, do we have LG?
I always like to leave it up for...
Do we?
I always like to leave it up for hesitation because at this point, now that I'm doing the show with Andy Tuesday and Thursdays, I come in here with very less anxiety. Like, I've already been doing 3 hours of race. Now we're just having fun.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to actually help the content in the long run because, like I was telling you the other week, self-diagnosed, but now starting to realize it more and more. Bit of a control freak. When it comes, no way, right?
No way, right?
I mean, look at all these notes that we've got to get to.
Just
and
do your job, bitch.
I've got to shoehorn them in no matter what. Speaking of the notebook, you can see right here if you're watching the stream, this is the night. That was the first night of notes, a lot of notes.
First night. I read that one.
You did? Yeah. This was the only one I think you read because as soon as you looked at all this, you're like, yeah, I ain't reading this. I ain't reading this every show. That was March 31st, the first night we did Sports Cave live with, and even then, LG was getting billing before you on the
Move over,
on the
LG.
run sheet. I will say.
The captain creams with confidence.
You were creaming nothing last week, although I got my ass creamed, so to speak, this week in fantasy. You'll have the Fantasy Football League update, of course, and Lightning Round. Since we only did one show last week, we've got a lot to recap, a lot to get to. Oh, we're still rolling with the bloody subscribe. Halloween has passed.
No.
I will say,
lame. Where's the what do they? Oh, it's the shoehorn. What's that damn?
The cornucopia.
Is that what it's called?
Right?
Yeah.
I think
cornucopia.
Like from the thing that they say got removed from the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that what it's called? We'll get our research team.
Oh, man. Hey, research team, get on that.
Hey, roommates, sir, what's a cornucopia? Hi. Tell me about the emirate. See, now I'm doing it opposite. No, we got a lot to get to. We are back in the room Tuesday and Thursday this week, so we won't have to shoehorn any picks or any Thursday business into the program tonight. We can just focus on what we have going on.
What we have is we got $5 from Zeb calling you out on how much of a control freak you are when led Park in the McCarthy concert.
What?
Letting them park in your spot.
Zeb, if you sent me, oh man, now I feel like a giant D.
And he made you first in the league.
Well, timeout. That's an ownership accomplishment.
You hired the GM?
That's correct. I hired the personnel that have guided my team / our team.
CeeDee Lamb became I was telling my Cowboy friends, I was like, Dak needs to channel his inner Flacco and just throw it to CeeDee Lamb 20 times a game.
Or even CD 12 Pickens 8. I mean,
we got CD 20 times a game.
For your damn fantasy. Okay,
throw it 50. I see, 50. There's 30 more passes, but we need 20 for Lamb.
I see the angle you're going with now. Zeb, my apologies. If you did reach out to Park for the Paul McCartney concert,
got denied.
I feel like I have let you down because I honestly did not see it. I will stand by that. But no, we've got a lot to get to. Thank you, Zeb, for the super chat. Of course, we do super chats before the lightning round, before we close out each episode. We've got weekend recap to get to. Obviously, the shirt here, the California Raisins jamming on a saxophone, will play into the weekend recap. We've got Spurs notes. Spurs dropped their first game of the year. We'll talk that, talk injuries, updates, new injuries, as well as Cal notes, and then main Segi, of course, an NFL Week 9 recap. But before we go too much further, I saw the subscription pop up there, but I didn't see a third face join the program.
Are you having a bad hair day, LG?
We need the glorious pipes of LG to tell the good people how they can help support the program.
Well, sure. You can support the program by jumping in and throwing us a tip in the super chat. And when you do there, we have a beer mug there on the screen where the beer mug will fill up with your tips.
I was wondering what that beer mug was sitting there. Yeah. We got a little taster. We got some backwash in there. I love it.
No, that's some coins fell in there when Zeb hooked it.
Oh, is that coins?
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
They dropped in there if you didn't notice the animation that flew across the screen.
This is the production value you will see
you go.
Continue to increase as we get more super chats. And I will say, LG promoting the Super Chats. I think the three of us came to a consensus before the program tonight. It sounds like we have found our first purchase with the Super Chats.
Oh, yes. We are going to make a microphone purchase with Super Chat money. So thank you to the people for all your contributions.
So excited.
Yes.
So excited.
This might be the last week you'll see these
horrible.
two guys using those microphones right there. So
Yeah,
I hate these.
I was about to say.
I hate these, man.
Well, I don't realize because I get into like full like anxiety OCD mode, and so I don't realize. I don't think I like them either because the roommate told me, she's like, every 3 minutes you're reaching up there and touching your ears like you're looking for your baseball. And I'm like,
I'm sitting there trying to scratch my ear and like,
God.
I'm all like, don't touch my baseball.
Yeah, exactly. Like it starts to look like I'm tweaking on Tylenol every now and then. I just did it right there subconsciously. See, that's what I'm saying. So I will be
acetaminophen's getting to you, man.
I will be happy to roll out the new microphones. And like LG said, thank you to everybody that has helped drive us to the first purchase.
Yeah, and you don't have to just give money. You can just subscribe to this program, and that helps out as well.
We love you long time for that.
Yeah, I saw we are picked up a couple since last week. We're up a couple. I hate to see. Well, I prefer stagnation over net loss. So I will take a couple up week to week because we build brick by brick.
You lose one, you gain three. That's
fine, right.
Yeah, it's all good.
I will say I might just be leaning towards self-conscious, but I will note whenever I put a specific post up to say like, hey, go subscribe, that was when we lost a subscriber. So
they're like, I'm listening to this guy?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think there might have been some further research done down the rabbit hole that led somebody, I just touched it again, so to speak. But like I said, we have so much to get to. We're not even going to have the weekend recap. We're going to talk baseball there, but we've got so much to get to. Baseball's.
I mean, it was all about the last two games.
Well, what was the 18-inning game?
That was game 5.
That was so.
No.
That was 4.
That was game 4.
Right.
And then Toronto won the game 5, and the Dodgers had to go and back-to-back to get the back-to-back.
It's got to be brutal to be a Blue Jays fan after being, it reminded me a lot of.
I don't mind it.
Oh, I'm sure you don't. It reminded me a lot of.
Flappy heads, beady little eyes, Canadians.
Yeah, but L.A.?
I'm not happy about it, but it's still America.
Yeah. Is it, though? Or is it Japan?
Oh, my God.
Like 2.0.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's. Like,
I can't wait to see the World Series baseball cup.
The World Baseball Classic next year. That's basically during spring training, right? Yeah, because that's when they did it. Because that was, I remember some of the early betting analytics where guys that had pitched in the World Baseball Classic were dominant the first month of the regular season because they were more tuned up,
they were
competitively warm. I will say this. Speaking of the California Raisin shirt, we saw Viagra Boys Friday night, Halloween night. Seeing a good concert, seeing a house show on Halloween is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, probably, I'd say we were definitely in the minority, not in costume. I wore my Stars Jamie Benn jersey because one of Viagra Boys' songs is just called Sports.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll just wear a jersey. That'll be funny. Yeah. But it was probably 60-40, 60% of the people in costumes. And so and it was an outdoor venue, so it was big space.
Oh, man. What a good time of year for an outdoor venue.
Dude, it was perfect weather. The show, perfect show.
I remember seeing Wu-Tang in the mid-summers, and you're just in there in the sweat box.
Yeah,
and,
that's
right off. What is that? Is that Stubbs? That's right off of
right downtown
6th Street.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Right behind the.
So it's a semi-open venue and whatnot.
But the thing about Stubbs is it's a rectangle. It's like very narrow and deep. So we saw Viagra Boys at Far Out Lounge, which is right right where South Congress ends, where it hits Slaughter.
Okay.
It was Willie Nelson's old hole-in-the-wall hangout.
Oh, wow.
It was a little, nickel saloon bar. Not where he didn't play
They
a
got
lot
some
there.
good restaurants when you go further.
Oh yeah, not bad.
West down there, but
but it was more of a festival ground in the backyard. Way more spaced out. You could get a good view from the sides, unlike Stubbs where you're just in like a sardine can.
Yeah.
But it was Friday night, and I'll tell you, this is a testament of how good the concert was. I didn't check my phone one time.
One time, not even the one time when you took a picture of the band?
So,
all right there.
the roommate might have convinced. I was in such a good mood, she was able to convince me to take multiple pictures because it was. Very rarely. I won't spend all night on this, but very rarely does a new band come around that I'm like, okay, no, this is potential Rushmore. Like Mount Rushmore level band for me. I mean, it's Devo. It's like Joy Division meets Butthole Surfers.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's so great. Yeah, it's so spectacular. But besides the pictures that the roommate forced me to take with threats of violence if I didn't follow through and take pictures with her. Now, I didn't check my phone to look at the game at all because I thought, one, I'm at the concert. Like, I don't want to be distracted and looking like inning by inning to see what happens.
But that was Yamamoto night.
And it was it was Yamamoto game 6. So in my head, I was already kind of chalking it up to Yamamoto wins this, and we're going to see a game 7 Saturday night.
The spectacular play on that one was the game-ending double play.
Yeah.
That was like they were primed, man on second, man on third, one out, and spectacular catch with a spectacular throw to second to double them up. So
with the funky ground roll double that saved a run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was, but let's get to the end, the last game.
So it was the 18-inning game was game 3.
No way. It had to be game 4.
It was game 3, which is what makes it even crazier that these pitching staff, I'm looking right at it, that these pitching staffs were able, like the fact that Yamamoto is pitching, winning game 6, and then winning game 7.
I thought the Dodgers lost
rest.
right after the 18-inning game.
Because the Blue Jays tied it up. Blue Jays won game 4 after the Dodgers won game 3 in the 18 inning.
And then they went 1 up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was wrong. I'll admit it.
Well, I
thought I
it was
digress
game 4.
on game 7 where I had to I'm out there screaming, White Hancock, because old Will Smith with the go-ahead home run in the 10th or the 11th?
11th. Did you see the fun fact about that one? The fact that Will Smith has won a World Series every year for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
So it was obviously this year Will Smith for the Dodgers. Last year Will Smith for the Dodgers. The Rangers had a relief pitcher named Will Smith. The Astros had a Will Smith. The Braves had Will Smith. And then it was the same Will Smith as the Dodgers in 2020.
Oh, my God.
So we've had such a generic name. Now 6 straight World Series with Will Smith as a winner. I think that's kind of the takeaway for me for the Dodgers. Obviously Yamamoto, very deserving MVP. Mm-hmm. I mean, you talk about if you had told me at the beginning of this series we're going to see a Japanese player do something that you've rarely seen, if ever seen in your life, the obvious answer would have been Shohei, and the fact that Yamamoto is the one walking away. Like, I'm going to remember this World Series because of his performance.
Yeah, dude, Shohei, he blew it. They had to yank him out in the 3rd inning because his stuff wasn't there. He was overthrowing his breaking ball.
Had no control.
He had started using his splitter, and that's like the least used pitch in his arsenal. He's got 7 or 8 of them in his arsenal.
Which tells you he had nothing. He had
he
no
didn't trust.
for.
He didn't trust any. Yeah, no trust in any of his go-to pitches. But Yamamoto comes in and throws 2 2/3 of an inning at the end after coming off of a 100-pitch, 6.5 inning performance,
Crazy.
1 run the day before. Like, that is the stuff where that's old school baseball for me.
Very
you know
much
what I'm
so.
saying? It's like, nah, I'm coming in. Like, I don't care if I got 1 day rest.
Well, he tried to come into the 18-inning
Yeah.
game and would have come in if,
he was
if
warming
Klein
up.
hadn't been able to get out of that, or
Yeah.
if the Dodgers hadn't been able to score
Yeah.
in the bottom half of that inning. As much as, like, Yamamoto, obviously, MVP steals the headlines, but Will Smith is a good ball player.
Yeah, he's a solid utility man.
That's your catcher who hits the game-winning home run in Game 7. Miggy Rojas with the game-tying home run, and then the game-saving defensive play. Pajes with the great catch in center as he's towering over the left fielder there.
What about the heads-up play of the first baseman throwing the ball home when the base is loaded?
Yeah, that was Miggy. That was Rojas at second.
Rojas,
where he stumbled. He's able to snag it, and he's falling backwards and able to get the throw.
Yeah.
Beats IKF by a half of a cleat.
If they called it safe, I don't know if they would have overturned it.
I completely agree. It was that close. And I heard a clip floating around of the Toronto radio broadcast losing their mind in celebration because they thought it was over.
Yeah.
And they thought, that he was safe. And I agree with you. If it had been called safe on the field, that would have been really hard to overturn. But all of that to say, obviously, it's the Dodgers' heavy hitters like, Mookie, Freddie, Shohei that got them there. But it was their unsung heroes that ended up.
Funny how that happens in World
baseball,
Series.
Man. Yeah,
Aaron Boone,
so great.
When he got dubbed his nickname, Aaron effing Boone.
Yep.
Like he was the eighth man. He was the eighth man. Like we were looking at going back to the top of the order with Wakefield, and Aaron effing Boone puts one over the Green Monster.
Yeah, I do. I keep going back to
sweet 2003.
Oh, if only you could go back. If only.
This is a new generation.
Yeah,
we just got to fire.
Get ready because
Aaron effing Boone.
Yeah, I was about to say, Aaron's your first one gone. We are as we get closer to the winter meetings, we're definitely going to hit on some MLB free agency because
Bryce Harper wants out. You got
some interesting
Screwball
names
who wants $400 million,
and we'll get it from somebody. Whether it's
get it from the Yankees, come on now,
Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, someone will give him that money.
If we're gonna compete
Giants
with
even.
the Dodgers, the Mets, all these big spenders, even the Phillies, we gotta spend money like the Yankees used to spend money. It's that simple, man. And like Bryce Harper's a home run, Screwball's a home run. These guys are going to be good,
So can I give you some? I'll give you some news that will.
And Cody Bellinger opted out.
Yeah,
of the free agency.
That'll be an interesting one because his 7.0 WAR this year.
Yeah, he was excellent during the regular season, horrible during playoffs.
Yeah, well, Vegas obviously has the Dodgers as the heavy favorite for a three-peat, but the Dodgers plus 375, second team on the odds.
The Yankees?
Yankees plus 700. And then you get Phillies, Astros, Mariners.
Oh, man, we almost doubled up on them. Dang.
Yeah, that's not in a good way.
And here's the thing, man. If Aaron Judge had his normal postseason 2 years ago, we would have beat the Dodgers. But he had one of his worst postseasons in his career, but he averages like almost 400 in postseasons with home runs, with RBIs. He is a beast during postseason. We saw that this year. But last year was a faux pas. It was like, what is going on? And Giancarlo, I'm calling him Michael because he had a down year this year. Michael had the Judge style season, hitting like 7 home runs. But I also do like the fact, did we see the home run record get broken or the hit record? Like Vlad was close.
We got the total. Now, granted, there's been more. It's way more playoff games being played now. But the kid, the Blue Jays third baseman, Ernie Clement, ended
Clement.
up setting the record for most hits in a playoff run.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, again, if you're
Give it up to Clement.
if you're a Blue Jays fan, you had the hated, vaunted LA Dodgers on the ropes in Game 6. In Game 7, you had the bases loaded with one out and couldn't get a run. Where do you fall? So as we were watching it, I should say, shout out to Jeremy and Nikki. Congratulations on your wedding Saturday night. Sorry we didn't get there till 11:45 because we were watching Game 7 and I couldn't handle watching it in public. As we were watching,
you just go to the reception, man.
So
you just crash.
That's exactly what it was. They actually did it. They did it very similar to how we did it, where small service and then reception at a local bar and just open tab, come hang out. But again, congratulations to the newlyweds. During that Game 7, when IKF was on second base, no outs, and the Blue Jays bunted him over to third. Yeah. And immediately I told Steph, I was like, he's not going to score. No. Like, that's one of those rare baseball decisions where the old heads, that's just not how, that doesn't work. You take the risk that you're going to get a base hit because a single can score him from second. Yeah. Obviously, you're playing that you could score with a sac fly, but the numbers just don't show that bunting, unless it's the extra inning where you've got the ghost runner out there.
With 0 outs.
With 0 outs. But when they did it, that kind of immediately, and they end up getting the bases loaded, but still don't score.
You know what kills me? Like, bunting someone over was still like one of my favorite play was the running to the catcher, which we almost had.
Close.
He had full right to go run him over, and I'm like, give me it. But suicide squeeze. Like, when you have someone that fast, have him sit there and dance, especially if you have a left-handed pitcher on the mound.
Push the issue.
Push the button, to get a suicide squeeze on. Even if he's sitting there popping off the base all the way to, like, halfway up in between, there's so much that can go down. And, like, the worst thing you can do is foul the ball off and run it again.
And do it again.
But, like, I would just kill him on a suicide squeeze. And then all of a sudden, fake it, go there, do a little chopper, and you got the first baseman, third baseman already up. Do like a late.
It wasn't a suicide squeeze, but do you remember the shot where Toronto did exactly that, and it just went right to Max Muncy at third, and all he had to do was move his head out of the way and put the glove up. Yeah. But that's exactly what I was thinking, because he was charging in to play the bunt, and then they tried to slap it, and it just, again, you're better off doing that, though, because the odds that you're going to hit it right into Muncy's glove as he's charging in from third,
so
the odds are still in your favor. That's not going to happen. It was just another bad break for Toronto. Yeah, we're going to, obviously, as we get closer to the real MLB hot stove heating up. I should say, I forgot, I buried the lead. It's National Candy Day, which is stupid because why is National Candy Day on November 4th?
Because it's all half price at the stores.
It's free here at the residence where we currently reside.
A lot of banana Laffy Taffies.
Yeah, they load you up with the banana. The only person that likes banana Laffy Taffy is my grandma because that's the only flavor she had majority of her life. It's a ass flavor, like we have the ass category here. We have a new clip to submit to the ass category, and it does involve your Dallas Cowboys. But Saturday, skipping, I should say, it's National Candy Day, but it's also Election Day. So I am going to be.
Greg's keeping us up on the Prop A, Prop B.
Do we actually have any results coming in yet?
Yeah, it's
it passed.
It passed.
For sure?
57 to 42 and 53 to 46. You were right. I thought that was going to be more 60-40.
Nah, well, you almost got to 60-40.
I went and voted today.
It's already been called, though? Like, we're officially, or is that just where we're at currently? Are we?
I think
Okay, so that's the early voting results were 57 in favor of Prop A, 53 in favor of Prop B.
Yeah.
But with the polls just closing an hour and a half ago, and people still lined up to vote, I don't think there's going to be enough day of voting to swing that to where it loses. But I bet it does tighten up a lot because I think the majority of people that were against it, I think the majority of people voting day of are probably voting against it. But I don't. You think? I don't know.
I voted the day of and I voted for it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know there was 8 pages of props on there. So
it's
wifey's
government.
The wifey's like, tell me, what do I need to do? Like, I always listen to you and vote, and I was like, I give her the specs, and I'm like, okay, this is I do kind of tend to make billionaires pay for their own crap, But I was like, this is just going to create so much commerce, and it's going to make the city nicer. We don't have to worry about rejuvenating the area because the Pearl's already happening. All this stuff's already happening. So we know we're going to get a better final result than we did with the Frost Bank and the AT&T Center.
It's different. Like when the Alamo Dome was built, that was built with a 1% tax applied to San Antonio citizens. This one being tourism and hotel and car rental based. So it's even different in the way that the Alamo Dome was financed. And the Alamo Dome, as Andy gave me a history lesson on air today because it's kind of a shining example of a rare government project that actually does pay for itself on time, zero the balance, zero the ledger out.
Yeah.
And now the UTSA Roadrunners are 24-0 in the Dome during American Conference games.
American Conference. I was like,
no, they
lost one of them in the Dome, didn't
they? Not a conference game.
Not a conference
they lost
game,
to Texas State in the Dome earlier this year.
Yeah.
Big win for UTSA. In fact, let's do that here because since it is weekend recap and we missed talking college football last week, let's burn through a little bit of the college football results.
Arch Manning showed out this week.
It's a completely Arch showed out, and Arch absolutely looks like a different player than he did against UTEP or San Jose State and any of the other cream puffs they were playing at the beginning of the year. But more importantly, the changes on the offensive line, they shuffled the offensive line, end up finally finding some cohesion amongst the unit. And, that Vanderbilt game's the best the offensive line has played all year, which I think obviously.
They gave him time in the pocket to actually do it. He didn't have to roll out as much, even though I do love him on the rollouts, because he's got that run option. But
no, that's where the danger. That's where he poses a different kind of danger than any of his family with the same last name.
But it did come down to the end.
That was a bit unfortunate the way the final. But dude, like that 2-point conversion. What is the SEC replay team seeing? Like you can see from every camera angle in the stadium that the ball doesn't cross the line or doesn't cross the plane into the end zone. And even I was making the roommate watch it with me as we were stealing someone else's streaming login because dude, I set the alarm.
It's not stealing, it's sharing.
It's sharing. That's right. It's bartering. We're actually devolving back to trading beaver pelts for ESPN.
I was like,
Plus
you got Paramount,
logins.
I'll give you Peacock, man. Come on.
So we already do that, and I just never, since we had gotten YouTube TV, I hadn't had to have an ESPN login.
Oh, you're missing your quad box.
So, dude, it's brutal. It's terrible. I can't flip. I'm turning into Archie Bunker on my couch, just complaining about not being able to flip. It was a rough weekend for me.
I'm gonna tell the roommate to hide the remote. Make you get
don't put me through that kind of trauma. You know what kind of shape my heart is in. I can't handle that. No, I set the alarm Saturday morning for 10:55 because I had popped right out of bed, turned the game on, right? Turned the 11 a.m. window on. I had completely forgot that it was off of YouTube TV. So at 10:56, I'm randomly calling. I was spam calling like 7 different friends. Hey, I need your ESPN login. They're like, whoa, hey, man, I haven't heard from you. No time for small talk.
Yeah.
Give me your username and your password now. And it was like.
My buddy upgraded the Hulu, so I got to watch some of the ABC games on the Hulu. And
because Hulu has the live TV.
yeah, but you have to upgrade to that.
Well, and they're Disney now too, right?
Yeah, Disney, ESPN, Disney bundle,
It's pretty
Hulu.
ridiculous.
Yeah, but YouTube, get your crap together, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
really, especially like on a weekend where the Cowboys played Monday Night Football. Like they knew what they were doing.
What's the leverage? Are they going to raise the price again? I just might go with DirecTV.
I mean, I read they're losing. I sent a buddy in DirecTV. What is it? DirecTV Now or something like that. I sent a buddy that way because he was looking for. He chose to cut the cord the week that YouTube TV lost ESPN. I was like, brother, you picked a bad. He's like, you've been telling me how great YouTube. I was like, yeah, well, not this week. This is
making a stance.
Yeah, go to DirecTV.
Well, I got some bad news for you. Next week, Texas, Georgia. It's going to be on ABC at 6:30.
Well,
I'm going to go. You going to go out for that one?
I don't mind watching Texas. I mean,
It's just not the Cowboys out in public.
Yeah, I can't do Cowboys in public or Game 7s of any sport. I like to get the full experience there. Yeah. I don't mind watching Texas games in public, especially here because you're mainly surrounded.
So Texas got to run the gauntlet, man. Arkansas is the only one that's going to be an easy one, but A&M and Georgia, they run it. I think they're in.
If they run it, they're in, no question, because that would also mean they knock out Georgia, and depending on what A&M does between now and the Thanksgiving week
Georgia
matchup.
barely beat Florida last week, 24-20.
That's always a tough game for them. I mean, that's always a sneaky good rivalry.
Ole Miss, not a blowout against South Carolina. Is Spurrier still coaching that team?
Negative. No, it's South Carolina is Beamer ball.
Oh, and then
Frank Beamer's
Georgia
son.
Tech got their first loss.
Finally, they have been fraudulent
Against the mighty NC State.
Dude, so NC State is a weird one too because Virginia's only loss on the year is to NC State. They're both in the ACC, but the game they played doesn't count as a conference game. It counts as an overall game because of all of the movement, all the conference realignment.
Yeah.
Virginia and NC State didn't have a game. They lost non-conference opponents. And so they played each other as a non-conference game, and that's Virginia's only loss this year.
That's like a friendly, man.
That's exactly what which is weird, looking now at how high Virginia has climbed in the rankings. Yeah, we'll burn through some of the top 25 before we talk rankings real quick.
So Miami lost to SMU overtime. Why is that good? Because you went there.
My grandpa went to SMU. We're an SMU family.
Now Miami is on the verge of not making the playoffs.
Oh, I love to see it. So
what? It's better. Football, college football is better when Miami's in the mix.
I don't disagree, if only to see Mike Irvin losing his absolute.
He was literally chewing his nails off on the sideline.
The fact that SMU beat a top 10 team at home for the first time in 51 years.
Was that Priest Holmes or was that
SMU?
Yeah,
51 years ago?
No, not that. I'm just saying, who was the famous running back that went to SMU?
Eric Dickerson.
Dickerson.
Craig James went to SMU. Doak Walker went to SMU.
I thought Priest Holmes, maybe.
Nah, Priest was UT.
That's
Priest
right.
was technically Ricky Williams' fullback, if I remember correctly.
He was Ricky Williams. We need to switch that around.
Right, that's my whole point. Yeah, and then became a stud in the league. Ohio State struggled at first with Penn State. That was a 17-14 game at half, but ended up being a 38-14 game. Not much challenge there. Indiana continues to do what Indiana does, and that is blow the doors off of everyone else in the conference.
Then they got a weak schedule, right? They're basically just gonna run the table.
Oh, I think Indiana's pretty. I mean, unless somewhere out of nowhere.
Yeah, they got Penn State, which is 3-5. They got Wisconsin 2-6, and then Purdue 2-7. So they're going to run the table. They're going to score 50 every game.
Yep.
You know,
and that's where I say, like, college football would be in a quote unquote better place nationally if that was Miami doing that and not Indiana. But also,
I'm kind of interested in
I kind of like the chaos. And so I don't mind seeing SMU upset Miami. I don't mind seeing NC State upset Georgia Tech, because I still think, especially ACC schools, they weren't going to get multiple bids to begin with.
Yeah.
So if it's, upsets in the ACC, I feel differently about those games than I do SEC or Big 10 or Big 12 for that matter. I mean, the Big 12 is past the ACC.
If it wasn't for the Oregon coming over and USC, the Big 10 would only have 2 good teams. And it's Michigan's down.
Yeah.
Penn State's down, even though they were ranked, top 2?
They were number 2 to start the year.
They were ranked second at one point.
Or third if Ohio State was there.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so now Oregon, are they even ranked anymore?
Oregon, Oregon slid in. They are number 9.
Okay, they'd had an off week this week.
Yeah, they were just off this week.
And the game of the week was Oklahoma-Tennessee, and Oklahoma squeaked that by, which, it's always a horrible day when that happens.
Yeah, Oklahoma is in the, they're in the same boat as Texas is.
Yeah.
The win out and the chips will fall in your favor.
And if Texas wins out, it gives Oklahoma more seeding, because that's the team they lost to.
If both of them can get in.
Yeah.
Because it also is going to potentially end up being the decider, as W
You're looking
would
at
say.
Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Are we looking at 6 to 8 SEC schools?
Don't forget Ole Miss.
Ole Miss,
still top 10.
So 12 teams go to the playoffs this year?
Yep. And one of them is guaranteed to be a small school.
Yeah.
So right now, that would be Memphis.
So you got Tech I don't see anybody else from Big 12.
BYU. I mean, that's a big game. Like, game days there this weekend in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Undefeated BYU, 1-loss Texas Tech.
Oh, yeah. But
that's the game of the week.
Yeah, but I think how many BYU's lost 2 or 3, right?
Undefeated.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
They're running the Big 12?
BYU, right as we sit here right now.
Damn.
I know. That game is now really interesting.
Brigham Young's, he was a ruthless killer, dude.
He knew what he was doing. I'll say that. So the SEC schools right now, currently in the first college football playoffs.
Yeah.
A&M 3, Alabama 4, Georgia 5, Ole Miss 6. So you've got 3 through 6 that are all SEC schools. Mm-hmm. And then the first 2 teams out are Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So there's your 6 SEC schools, 4 of them comfortably in, and the next 2 schools out of the top 12.
Let me see what Vandy's got on the table. Vandy's got Tennessee as their last game. That could be
nice in-state rival now.
Yeah. And then that's the only,
I think the Vandy run was fun, but we've probably lost Diego Pavia in a playoff game.
They didn't lose horribly. They went up against Texas, who beat OU.
They didn't lose horribly at the end of it, but they were pretty much physically dominated for 3 quarters of that
Big
game.
10, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and your Big 10 schools, Ohio State, Indiana, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it. Yeah. So, Oregon. God, I keep forgetting Oregon is a Big 10.
ACC, the first one that's coming up is
Virginia is your only ACC school. And I don't think that holds. I don't know how much. Again, this is why, these rankings right now are going to look incredibly different week to week. I don't
the only thing that Miami's got is Pitt, that's ranked, who just crept into the rankings at 24.
Yeah, that Pitt only 2 loss.
Yeah.
Pitt is funny too. Pitt is recruiting the hell out of our area right now. They got
they must have a coach or
Daly,
a scout.
the stud quarterback up at Seguin High. Awesome player, committed to Pitt. And then they've also got another quarterback. I can't remember which. It's one of the Austin schools or somewhere right there.
Oh, like Westlake and something like that.
Not even that. It's one of the like smaller. I'll have to look it up. But they've recruited.
Oh, it's one of these,
Yeah, like one of the new, like Vandergrift
church
or
schools that sit there and.
I don't think it's one of the private parochial taps playing a program. It might be. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I was shocked to see because I'm still such a college football sicko. I look at the top 100 Texas recruits, and look at them by region, by city, and I kept seeing Pitt pop up there for multiple, big time quarterback recruits we have in our area. The Seguin kid's a stud, though. That's the one that I think they're really excited about.
Man, why did they put BYU Texas Tech as the 11 o'clock game? That's going to be the big game in the beginning.
Oh, that's an 11 o'clock
That's
kick?
11 o'clock. And then they put Texas A&M and Missouri. No, that's the ABC game.
Fun.
But then the other spotlighted game is Oregon, Iowa. Both of them are top 10s facing in the 20s.
Iowa is exactly what they always are, a sneaky good football team that is going to finish 9-3.
And they just got good defense.
Yeah.
And then I guess they put the game of the week is LSU, Alabama. LSU 3 losses, Alabama 1 loss.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much.
Let's see if Alabama without Brian Kelly eating all his gumbo. And see if he's gonna make it work.
Him and his family.
My family
now
generations
moved back to the Midwest where they belong. You're sleeping on. I'm crossing my fingers, but not holding my breath. If Navy
beats Notre Dame,
can beat Notre Dame.
I don't want Notre Dame in there.
That's why we need Navy. Because not only if Navy beats Notre Dame, it potentially gets Notre Dame out of our college football playoffs. But it also...
You mean you don't think Syracuse could do the job?
No, God, no. I think they're on their 5th quarterback.
Not Stanford?
No. And then...
Pitt?
Wait, Notre Dame still has Pitt?
Yeah, they have Pitt after the next week.
I mean, that's the most realistic. Yeah. That's the most realistic. I mean, Navy, they
will sneak up doing the option and
27-point underdogs traveling to South Bend. But if they can win, it would also set Navy up to potentially, because I want one of the service academies to get into a college football playoff within the next few years.
Just do the triple option the whole game.
Exactly. Just slow everything down.
Yeah.
Just total ball control.
It's going to be the fastest playoff game in the
Yeah, exactly. You have 3 whistles the first half of the game. I mean, that Texas A&M Missouri game is sneaky interesting because I think outside of Texas – that's the only other real speed bump A&M potentially has, and A&M can get away with 1 loss, probably 2, but then you start to sweat it a little more. But obviously that BYU Tech game with game day on site up there in Lubbock, that'll probably be the one I am most locked into this weekend. But should also say UTSA underdogs at home last Thursday night. And ended up
they put a stomping
handily beating Tulane. Did you follow any of the back and forth between the Tulane coach and Traylor last week? So the Tulane coach called for a conference investigation into UTSA because he said they're piping in crowd noise and playing music as they were going up to snap the ball. Once the ball had been set and the official backed away, whatever. It said UTSA's band was playing during snaps while they were he went full, and he also said, "Look, I know this conference just as good as anybody. There's no way one team should be undefeated at home over the last 3 years. Clearly, they're doing something." Yeah, dude. Jeff's
buddy.
presser after the game Thursday night was an all-timer because you could tell how it was. Also,
It's like he's making excuses for the loss before it even
happened.
I'm just like, hey, good job, coach.
You're a one.
I want to know what your motivating speech is.
Yeah.
Listen, boys, we're gonna lose. But let's just put a good showing out there.
But I've already got the groundwork of excuses, so you won't have to worry about the loss.
Yeah.
I'll take this with the line of excuses I have. It was also Trailer's 50th win at UTSA.
Oh, wow.
Nice benchmark.
Man, David Robinson.
That's right, 5-0, the Admiral. Speaking of, how about we shift into some Spurs notes as I...
Spurs. Oh, Lonnie, your
notes.
Suns beat us. I see you on the chat. Oh, Wemby got 4 blocks on us. That's so, yeah, dude. You little backhanded compliments. I see you.
Yeah. So
he's a Suns fan.
Wemby, first time he's scored in single digits almost to the day a year ago.
Oh, wow.
So the last time before the game against Phoenix, the last time Wemby had scored in single digits was October 30th of last year against the eventual champion Thunder.
Wow.
Yeah. So you don't see that often.
So you're saying we can't do 82. So 81's the goal. That's the benchmark.
Yeah, we are now down to 81-1 being the goal with
dude, they couldn't miss, dude. Like,
no.
Just,
and honestly, at the end of the night,
we looked unready. Like there was a lot of procedural, and
it's an 82 game season. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have that pop up and bite you every now and then, no matter how good you are. There's a reason the best team has only ever gone 73-9.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And weren't we a 72-10 team that year?
No.
The
Warriors team? I thought
we were racing with them on that.
Yeah, but I thought it was like 60, 62, 64 somewhere in there.
We broke 70.
Really?
I believe so. You can ask Chat Tizzle if you want to.
What was that?
Let's see this.
2016? No, don't ask that. 67. You didn't break 70, but it was a little higher than I remembered.
Okay.
It was 67, not 64. And an upstart Thunder team at 55. No, the biggest issue coming out of the game was not the loss. It was the injury news. Dylan Harper strained left calf.
Hopefully 2 weeks max.
It sounds like they dodged the bigger bullet,
Yeah.
and they're eating the smaller one.
It's a strain, not
weeks.
a tear.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's time that I know we're resting De'Aaron Fox, Sohan, a couple other people. Let's bring in our boys back in. You know, we gotta create some offense.
So
especially off the bench.
As far as tomorrow night out going up against LA against the Lakers, still no Fox. Doesn't look still no Cornette.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them fully ruled out for tomorrow night, which
Wow.
I know. And the Fox one, like they told us Fox and Sohan, they didn't expect to
3
miss
days.
more than 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games.
And we're going into game 7. But no Fox, no Cornette. Olynyk and Sohan still to be decided. So we might get the debut of both of Kelly Olynyk and Sohan, but still no Fox, which means more Castle at point, more J-Mac running back up. Also, Lindy Waters, I think, is still going through potential questionable,
Keldon
not
Johnson's
ruled
going
out.
to be more involved in the game. I think Vassell is going to have some breakout, but they need to work on that pick and roll. You know, get Wemby moving up towards the basket without the ball, even though he's got good handles.
Oh, I think at this point it's a matter of the fact that first of all, the fact that the Spurs had never started 5-0 is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's
2 decades of greatness, of domination, and never started 5-0.
But that was like I always said, that was because we played all the elite teams because we were the team to
You were
always
getting matched
beat,
up,
you know?
and also you had a lot of pop playing with lineup, figuring stuff out, putting guys out of their comfort zone.
Especially towards the later end, like Tony was always banged up, or Ginobili or Duncan.
Somebody.
And, he was like, I'm pulling, he's sitting this game.
Yeah, or he's playing 22 minutes instead of 30 or 32 or whatnot.
Yeah.
But that did happen since last time we were in the room together. I think the fact that they were able to bank 5 wins on the ledger without De'Aaron Fox, and now it kind of feels like with Fox still out and now Dylan Harper out, we might lose some games that we should have won. So it feels like it's it's going to balance itself out.
I want them to give a real update on Fox. Like, what are we looking at? 3 more games?
The longer it goes, especially because now, fully ruled out for tomorrow night. We're not even getting we're going to put him through a pregame exercise to see where he's at or anything like that. But all that being said, there's only one team in the West that has a better record right now.
And we play the Lakers, so I'm excited to see how we match up against them.
6-2 Lakers versus 5-1 Spurs.
Yeah.
Also, did you watch any of the Lakers game last night?
Oh yeah,
with no Luka, no Reeves, no LeBron, and they beat Portland, who Portland's had a surprisingly good start, 4-2 until the loss last night.
That was a good game, man. I was watching it, and just right at the end, they just went away with it the last 6
until what's his name? Oh my God, the little Nolan Smith or Nick Smith Jr. There, he's on a 2-way contract for them, and he dropped 20 points over the course of the last quarter and a half of that game last night. But Luka rested. Probably I would expect to see him tomorrow night. But it should, anytime Spurs, Lakers, it's must-watch TV, especially.
Then we got a group game. The Amenities. We go against Houston right after that. So it's 2 huge games that wouldn't mind having a veteran point guard that's an all-star and clutch fourth quarter killer.
Did you see they're bringing back the Fiesta jerseys too?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like
and
that.
The good ones. The ones that have just the Fiesta color stripe across the chest, all black, look real cold. Yeah.
I'd get one of those jerseys.
Yeah, they unveiled I've got a pair of shorts. I got a pair of the Fiesta shorts when they brought them out. What was that, like 3-4 years ago now? And they released what the court's going to look like as well. Pretty damn sharp. But at this point, again, if they can keep banking wins while fighting all of this injury adversity, they are well ahead of where I think you would expect them to be. If I had told you De'Aaron Fox misses the first 6 games of the season, Jeremy Sohan misses the first 6 games, and now Dylan Harper is going to miss 2 weeks, I think you'd be praying for 500.
Yeah.
Not looking at only one team above you in the standings, and the one team being the defending champs, who are 7-0 to start the year.
I'm just waiting for them to get 45 so we can I'll do something like shave your stash,
to
cut
break
your hair,
that over
short,
under, snap that
little Mississippi mudslide action.
Look, I'm saying. I think Vegas might have been a little wrong on that number, but a lot of basketball to be played.
Yes.
And, of course, a lot of basketball to talk about as we continue on in the I saw someone post, it's no longer the race for seis.
Yeah.
It's the race for seis. Un, deux, quatre, sept,
cinq, it's French?
It's French now. It's now the race for say.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Vive la France!
That's right. Let's talk some Cowboys, shall we?
Yes.
Let's get into that the main segment, because honestly, there's more to talk about what they did today than what they did last night.
Oh, we can talk about what happened last night.
Well, we're going to, trust me. Cowboys suffer back-to-back losses for the first time this season, fall 27-17. And last week when we were sitting in here, you picked the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I picked Dallas. But I think if I could go back and you told me the Cowboys defense would only give up 27 points, I would have said, "Oh, I'm even more confident in my pick." Like they're only giving up 27.
I warned you that Cardinals had a sneaky good defense. So the Arizona Cardinals, here's a stat for you, are 3-10 playing on Monday Night Football in franchise history.
I believe it's 4-10 now after last night.
No, like this is counting that. Okay. All 3 wins have come from the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. I think they're 8-1 now in their last 9 matchups against Dallas. Yeah.
I always knew they had trouble with the Cardinals for some reason. It's just that
they're a boogeyman team.
Yeah, it's the back of their heads. The Emmitt Smith terror, letting them go to the Cardinals to go get his record.
Yeah, we'll call it the Emmett curse. The fact that he ever wore that jersey.
They brought Zeke back, but they didn't bring Emmett back.
Like, it was different times back then. It was different times. Zeke he knew where the bodies were buried for Jerry. Jerry let Zeke get too close. He couldn't let him walk like he did Emmett. Yeah, talking specifically, we'll do winners and losers as always, but specifically that Cardinals 27-point total, I would have taken that bet. I would have been confident, except for here, the Cowboys had 9 possessions, okay? Tell me if this is a good turn of events. 9 possessions. This is how they went. Turnover on downs, which is funny because we talked about last week how Shoddy should have gone for it in Denver when they got goal to go on the first possession. He settled for the field goal. Last night he went for it and got 0 points. Might have changed how the second half was called, play calling wise. Cowboys 9 possessions. Turnover on downs, punt, fumble, missed field goal, the 68-yard attempt by Aubrey. Yeah. Then field goal, because Shoddy, the second time they get down goal to go, settles for the field goal after the Dak sack. Then another turnover on downs. Then their only touchdown of the night, only offensive touchdown of the night. And then a fumble by Javonte Williams, and then an interception, desperation.
What about not going for? You're only down they were down 10 points, and they did not go for. They were down 17 points, and they decided to go for it instead of kicking the field goal.
Oh, you mean Arizona? When Arizona kicked the field goal, or when?
No, the Cowboys.
Oh, well, yeah. Right.
It was like all the analytics say is you're going to need a field goal. Get the points so you don't give them momentum by turning it over on downs. And CD had to come back to that ball.
Yeah, and CD ran a 12-yard, what looked like a
all he needed was a 7-yard hitch. And he was
I don't even think it was 7 either. I think it was like
5.
3 or 4. Yeah, that was.
And I was like, I'm gonna get to 12.
Yeah, I've got Shoddy as a loser for there were some. It feels like he might have listened to the media a little too much after last week, because clearly when they were on that first possession, drove all the way down, had first and goal, end up not scoring on the first 3 downs, and are facing 4th and goal. I told the roommate, I was like, he's going to go for it here because he didn't do it last week.
Yeah.
And now analytics would say you do that on the road, you go for it. At home, you take the points because you've got the crowd behind, whatever other impact or effect is in your favor at home versus on the road. But I think we are officially ready to say.
Are we putting them in the ass category?
Bubba, there was only one game in the ass category this week because the Browns and Jets were both on bye.
Yes.
And when a 3-5-1 team plays a 2-5, now 3-5 team, that is firmly in the ass category.
The trade moves.
As the opposite of a fan of the Cowboys, what's your takeaway on what they gave up versus what they got back? mainly in Quinnen Williams.
I know Quinn Williams was the headline. Not, they got the Cincinnati linebacker.
Yeah, Logan Wilson, but that's a 7th-round pick.
Yeah,
I mean, I wish they had spent more 7th-round picks on guys like Logan Wilson.
But to give up 2 first-round picks.
So they didn't give up 2 first. They gave up for Quinnen Williams, the deal was their 2nd-round pick this year.
Yeah.
The better of their first-round picks next year, whether that's theirs or the Packers, and Mozzie Smith. Mozzie was getting cut no matter what when Quinnen came here. Yeah, exactly. It was like, y'all could take a flyer on him. Might as well try him out.
How old is Quinn?
27.
He's 27? Okay, so that makes it a little bit better.
3 straight Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro, 27 signed for 3 more years. This year, 2 more. Yeah. So you'd be redoing a deal in his age 30 season. PFF, for whatever it's worth, his stats have been down as a pass rusher significantly this year. He had like a 14% pressure rate last year, down to 8% this year. But he's still the highest graded run defender amongst interior linemen. Which, if you remember, Jerry said, we got to stop the run. We got to stop this. That's why we got Kenny Clark.
You got to stop the pass.
You got to stop everything.
Deron Bland he looked, I don't want to hear him in the top 5 cornerback categories ever.
Anyone that ever said that to begin with, don't trust whatever else they have to say about football. I've got Bland. We'll talk Bland here in a minute. I've got him. I do think it's a bit, it was a weird game because Bland didn't play well.
Yeah.
Which also contributed to the fact that he was their leading tackler, which when your cornerback is a leading tackler in a game, that's
not good.
Tells you how bad the defense is. But I also think it was the first time Bland had been used exclusively on the outside this season. We've seen Bland guard bigger receivers on the outside. It doesn't go well. That's why he has traditionally been sliding in to play that nickel while 2 undrafted guys were playing on the outside because this defense is so bad. The Logan Wilson trade, we'll start with it. 7th-round pick, 29-year-old defensive captain of the Bengals. Ironically, the Cowboys trade for a defensive captain from the only defense that's worse than theirs. Yeah. It's like, so Cowboy.
What are you doing,
It's
man?
so But all of that being said,
this is going to make us better.
Is Logan Wilson better than Kenneth Murray Jr.? By a mile. Is he better than Jack Sanborn? By 2 miles. That's just how bad their roster is.
When you're behind by 24 miles.
That's my whole point. You're not catching anybody. But if the Cowboys do want to climb back out of the ass category, so to speak, into the fringe to have any chance of sniffing playoffs, Logan Wilson is better than anyone they have in the building right now. That is hard to argue against, and you only gave up a 7th. That move was the move Jerry talked about. We've already done a trade. I just can't announce it. That was that trade.
That was that move.
That helps them this year only. Logan Wilson's not going to be a player in this thing multiple years into the future. That's where the Quinnen Williams trade is different.
At least y'all did something.
Yeah, and we'll talk about your Niners' lack of activity yesterday.
I think the consensus was just we got too many injuries, man. There's no way we can
Well, and you keep winning.
Yeah, we keep.
So
it's a soft schedule. We are getting back some. One guy is on IR. One guy should be coming. Huff should be coming back. This week or next week. Purdy should be coming back this week. Ayuk, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I thought we were using him as trade bait, or Jennings using his trade bait. But Ayuk is finally going to come back, and that was Brock Purdy's favorite receiver.
Yeah, I think that changes. I think that helps the
Pearsall. Hopefully, he comes back.
See, and that's where a lot of I thought the Cowboys would do that route where they would call DeMarvion Overshone and Siobhan Ravel basically trade deadline act because they're coming back from injury. They haven't played all year for the Cowboys. I did not expect
to get
Quinnen Williams because that one does. I think even as the most jaded Cowboy fan out there, it's hard to argue just the amount of talent that just entered the building. And it does when you lose as much talent as you did in the Micah trade, to get anybody back, like Kenny Clark is not on the same level as Micah. Quinnen Williams is closer. He's not on the same level. I'm not saying that. But that is at least talent that I can look at and say he is elite at run stopping.
He's worth a first-round pick.
He's worth the first. And if you think about it, basically, the Cowboys have traded Micah Parsons, the second-round pick they just sent to the Jets, and Mozzie Smith. We'll keep saying it since it was technically a part of the trade, but that means nothing. So they traded Parsons and that second-round pick for Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and another first-round pick.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because they got 2 back for Micah. They gave 1 up for Quinnen Williams.
However you want to fluff it up.
No.
Fluff it up.
That's where I'm saying. Like, I still 100 times out of 100 say that is terrible business.
Yeah.
It's awful business, especially when you add the fact that they did it a week before the season started, and the defense has been.
So are they keeping their first-round pick next year? Or no, that's the one they lost.
That they will keep whichever pick is better between theirs or Green Bay.
Yeah. Come on now.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Whichever pick is better goes to the Jets.
Okay, goes to the Jets.
Right.
Yeah.
So they'll get the worst first-round pick they keep next year. But all of that to say,
did you see the Jets?
You got Quinnen Williams and you got 2 first-round picks still in this draft to get better immediately.
In 2026 and 2027, in the first 2 rounds, the Jets will have, I think it's like 7.
7? Yeah, I saw that.
Picks. I'm like, oh, they can rebuild the team on that.
Well, and from a Jets perspective, the quickest way to turning around a franchise is finding the guy at quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think that's what now, with multiple first-round picks in back-to-back years, they can look at this draft class, this quarterback class, and say either this is the guy we want.
Yeah.
We're going to use next year's resources to trade to move up if we have to. We've locked in on our guy. Or they can say no one in this quarterback class is as appealing as someone we can get next year.
Yeah.
And we've still got all this ammunition next year to go at. Because one of those picks is going to be their future franchise quarterback. But, again.
You got any other winners and losers of that game?
Winners, Sam Williams. Not the defensive lineman, Sam Williams. The special teamer, Sam Williams, who blocked the punt.
With his head.
Didn't even get it. And it was Steph's roommate said, like, they need to check him in concussion protocol because it was just.
He had to turn it to the side.
Yeah, just smashed into his face mask. Nealon's a winner, too, for managing to not knock the ball out of because that was
he
what
slowed down
he
and
did
and
and curled his body.
I was like, all right.
I know.
That's someone who's been coached.
I was I said it out loud. I was like, he's gonna try to fall on this, and it's just gonna squirt out of the back of the end zone. Jacoby Brissett, who now Gannon is saying is their starting quarterback. There's you a winner, no question.
COD did come out, I guess. Kyler's busy.
It's really hard not to fall into that narrative. But when you see Jacoby Brissett have 800-plus passing yards in the 3 games that Kyler's been out, and you see him snap a 5-game losing streak, granted, all of it grain of salt because it's against Dallas. So what are you actually comparing? I should say right after – so momentum exists, right?
Yeah.
And for sure, right? Sure. No, unquestionable. There's no.
All right.
There's no world.
Get to your point.
So, what's one of the biggest momentum swings in football? A special teams touchdown.
Yeah.
You block a punt. You recover it in the end zone. You've got the momentum, right?
Yeah.
Unstoppable momentum. Yeah, the Cardinals immediately drove 11 plays, 74 yards, and scored a touchdown right at the end of the first half, right after the Cowboys blocked the punt.
But who got the momentum? The special teams got the momentum,
not
the defense.
Well, But Sam Williams came out and was playing defense because he's also an edge rusher on that defense.
You still have the old defense over there.
Yeah, I would, again, which is why I would argue having good players is way more valuable than having
you know what they did?
Momentum.
A 7-game momentum-killing drive.
A 7-game?
I mean, no, 11 play momentum. That's how you kill momentum. You burn clock and you get first downs.
But I thought,
and you just sit there and crush them.
So maybe it's not momentum. Maybe it's just how football is played. Possibly.
It's endorphin.
Possibly?
It's endorphin rushes.
Okay.
There's science to this.
How about Troy? How about Troy as a winner for completely laying out, as Joe Buck was talking about, Jerry and Stephen A. Smith in the owner's booth, and then Troy also openly laughing at Jerry when Troy said, or when Joe said, Jerry says he's already got a trade. He just can't announce it yet. He'll announce it tomorrow. And then Troy's like, I'd see if you can't back out of that thing because this team is dead. Paraphrasing, but literally Troy just laughing at his.
That was awesome.
Laughing at the team that he helped carry to the heights that it achieved 30 years ago. Losers mentioned Bland. It was really curious to see Bland line up exclusively on the outside for the first time all season. Again, I go back to also another loser, Eberflus, because it still feels like game to game we're now running different schemes and different.
He's throwing anything.
He's throwing everything.
It's like what sticks.
They're running 5-man fronts now, which ironically enough, with the addition of Quinnen Williams, run 5-man fronts way more now because you have $64 million tied up between Osa Odigizua, Kenny Clark, and now Quinnen Williams. Right. So now please run 5-man front so I don't have to see as much Sam Williams on defense and he can focus on blocking punts on special teams. Eberflus also a loser because the Cardinals were 7 for 9 on their first 9 third-down conversions. Yeah. And most of them were like 3rd and 13 because the defense
Trey McBride
was actually getting sacks.
Marvin Harrison was cooking Bland.
Eberflus dials up the blitz, is able to get, I think, 6 or 7 sacks as a team, but still couldn't get off the field on third down. How about the offensive line? We mentioned, obviously, Dak struggles in the game. But the offensive line, the Clayton Adams revenge game, you remember
Calais Campbell was
Clayton Adams was the offensive line coach at Arizona before being hired as the offensive coordinator for Dallas this year. So he's going up against his former team. They get destroyed like
Calais
Swiss
Campbell
cheese.
Had like 2 sacks that game.
39-year-old Calais Campbell.
Dude,
still
wrecking shop.
How about we saw a flash of Pittsburgh Pickens. The taunting, right? There is some world where Pickens is literally just holding it out. Like, where's the ref? I think he thought he was going to be
He thought he could play it off on it.
Because when you watch the replay, he sticks it out at first and then goes over to the ref, but it was too late. I think he probably also said something that the ref heard right there.
It's the old man. You can't sit there and hold the football at him and stuff. And it's like
soft, as Kobe would say. Soft.
But you know the rules.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Soft. Brandon Aubrey, unfortunately, got to go down as a loser. Had a chance to tie the record right after Cam Little.
Cam Little plus 1.
Yeah. Aubrey. But also, what a world where we're spoiled that, one, the 68-yarder was good from 70 plus. Yeah. Distance was not the issue. He just pulled it left. But the spoils of Cowboys fandom where a 68-yard field goal and you're upset that a guy missed it is like, oh, that should be automatic. Yeah. It's like, what the hell? Like, no, that's insane. LG, do you have that clip from the game? This is the addition of our new addition to the ass column as the Cowboys were staking a fake late game comeback. Javonte Williams' fumble pretty much ended all of that. But there were multiple hot mic moments throughout the game, this being one of them. See if you can hear this.
12. Extra men on the rush. Javonte Williams. Strong tackle on the edge by the rookie Will Johnson. Ball is out and recovered by Akeem Davis-Gaither.
He's so ass.
Javonte's so ass. He's so ass.
And Javonte had some good pancake blocks.
Great.
Yeah,
had some early runs of 8-9 yards, was moving the chain. Javonte's not the problem. That's a terribly ill-timed fumble.
Yeah.
But really, I just played it so we can further explain why this last column is called ass. We also had, when the Cards scored that touchdown at the end of the first half after the blocked punt, we had the hot mic picking up too effing easy. This is too effing easy as they scored. And that reminded me, do you remember when the Ravens, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, the Ravens destroyed the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. And you had, I think it was Orlando Brown, scream into the camera, "Easy money," after they scored a touchdown. That was a drop forever. We had that for years. It reminded me, I immediately thought of that as soon as the hot mic picked that up. Only other loser I have, though, Jaden Blue, inactive after the fumble last week. We saw.
You think he's a bust?
Now, you can't be a bust when you're a 5th-round pick. I mean,
he was good at Texas until he got hurt. And then,
I still think there's a lot of good football ahead of him, especially if you're only having him in situational downs. I mean, there's a 5th-round running back. You're hoping you hit on it, but I don't think you can call it a bust. But we did see Malik Davis get activated in place of Jaden Blue for the game yesterday. Malik Davis was waived today. So I would think that was a one-game disciplinary move to bench Jaden Blue.
Two hands on the ball, buddy.
We'll definitely see him again. But now, Cowboys, I will say this, the best thing about this Cowboys game was that it was on a Monday night. And I was able to enjoy an entire Sunday of NFL football with no existential dread attached to the Cowboy game, hanging over me like a rain cloud following me around.
So you had a good Sunday, Monday, not so much.
Not so much. Cowboys also, if you're looking for silver linings and signs of something you can hold on to, besides the needle-moving trades our GM of the year pulled off today, only one of their next 4 games is on a Sunday. You've got Monday night against the Raiders. You've got so they're on bye week this week.
There's going to be a Monday night
Raiders.
Suckfest 2025.
Assfest 2025. Assapalooza 2025.
Can we change that Monday night game?
The only Sunday game is Cowboys-Eagles in 2 weeks. And then they got.
I can't wait to see Gino light them up.
Buddy, get ready for Thanksgiving. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs coming to Jerry World for Thanksgiving. But at least it's not on a Sunday, so we can enjoy the rest. Speaking of the rest, let's get into the other doings across Week 9 in the NFL. You want to start with your Niners?
Yeah, so I have not done my Niner Minute yet, Greg.
Your Niner Minute is almost as long as my Cal Notes, by the way.
I mean, we win. We win a game that we were supposed to win. Deathlight Stadium takes away another defensive lineman. Our first-round rookie, Mikael Williams, torn ACL. I cannot, I'm numb at this point I think everybody's going to be injured. I'm just numb, and we keep winning games where I'm almost wanting to lose to get a better draft pick. I said that before we even jumped on, but we're still 3-0 in the division. We can still run. We're gonna lose a couple games, but if we win a couple more division games, we're gonna be in the running to I don't think we're gonna have a first round bye. We might. I mean. Who's better than us in the NFC?
So right now, the Packers losing
the Rams
helps you.
The
of
Rams
course.
are up there. Packers losing. Like we can honestly
Eagles,
have a first.
Bucks.
Yeah, we can.
And then
honestly
it's
have a
basically your division: Seahawks, Rams.
Yeah.
And y'all, because the Lions also. We'll get to them in a second too.
They drop another one, but I had to there's a clip of Kittle where he's saying, "How is there 10 different turfs to pick from?" NFL needs to come together. The Players Association needs to come together and be like, if you have to pick this turf or do this grass.
Yeah, only options.
You know, you can't make it long like Bears, like Soldier Field to slow down the game. You can't do this. And he's like, that's how every other sport does it. You know, like the only other sport that changes it up is, maybe the French Open where they play on clay, but that's a classic,
Yeah.
That's been happening forever.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sit there and blow people's knees out. And it just kills me that these billionaire owners are going to cheap out on grass when they pay tens and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars to these players, and you're potentially going to lose them for a year, or they'll never be the same just because you didn't put the investment in the turf. And just make it grass.
Yeah, it's maddening, but it also feels like with all of the evidence we have to support the argument, it should have been done 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a new argument or a new position to throw out there. It's like
it just kills me, man. I'm so happy. Oh, yay, we beat Jackson Dart, man. We really, besides towards the end of the game, we handled them.
Yeah.
Physically, dominantly.
End up 34-24, 10 point.
And the last touchdown was kind of like just a gimme.
That line was only 2.5, though.
Yeah.
And we both picked the Niners. We both won that
riding
one.
my Niners on these wins.
Yeah, dude, when you're playing the Giants and you're only 2.5 point favorites, I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing here. I mean,
was it Jackson Dart he's an elite company. He's tied with, I think, Cam Newton for having a running and a passing touchdown in 5 straight games or something like that. He's an elite company. Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah. Do
you think it'd be like Michael Vick? You think it'd be RG3? You think
dude, imagine Vick though in this
Hurts.
modern where
yeah.
There's certain players, even RG3, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
How about we'll talk about the
RG3 went down on Death Light Stadium. Alex Smith's leg went on Death Light Stadium.
RG3, the same Jaden Daniels getting injured at the same yard line marker as RG3.
Oh yeah, no, that was all at Washington.
Yeah,
Stadium.
that was Washington. Yeah, the Niners right now still 78% chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're in the 6th seed. The Lions 7 seed, 79% chance. But this is the thing with the NFC. The Bears are 5-3, but how much faith do you have that the Bears are going to pass you in the standings?
I mean, their run game is solid. Swift sat out, and the rookie
guy
had almost 130 140 yards or something, something ridiculous.
So the first 3 teams out of the playoffs right now all had varying levels of upset wins this past week. Bears, not really. I guess I would actually call Bears over the Bengals an upset just because
that game was crazy.
That game was wild. Yeah, we'll get to them in French. But
Yeah.
Bears, Panthers, and Vikings are the first 3 teams out, and then the Cowboys are the 4th team out.
Yeah.
But the 3 of those teams catching y'all or the Lions in one of those final 2 spots, I don't know. It feels like the NFC is pretty locked in right now as it stands.
CMC did it like I said, I want to get hype and stuff, but when we keep losing players to season-ending injuries, it deflates me. and I cannot stand it when we go into a stadium that we have had horrible injuries already there. That's where Nick Bosa tore an ACL. That's where
that's right.
You know, we had I think one of our linebackers back in there, like a Shakir or something, like had a horrible injury.
That's why it was surprising y'all didn't make a move today. Because one, like you say, the word you use, deflating.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in baseball when you're right there in the hunt and then your front office doesn't make any moves at the deadline. There's a bit of a deflating feeling when you see, well, does the front office actually believe in us?
We do have linemen coming back.
That'll help.
Like we do have linemen coming back. We're not getting Nick Bosa back. We're not getting Mikael Williams back, and we're not. And I think a lot of people started leveraging us heavier on a trade because we lost Williams. They're like, you're desperate now.
That's what I thought.
So give us that first rounder, not the second rounder.
Yeah.
And we were like, nah, we're not going to do that. We're like, we build from our drafts. But I would say I would have loved seeing some Quinn Williams on our team.
Yeah, or Chubb, or even I wonder if
I think they just I think they
if y'all had
they're
the
price
injury,
gouging them.
for sure, yeah, because they thought they had the leverage.
But with the easy schedule and the fact that we're 3-0 already in the conference, I think Shanahan is just like
we'll ride this out, not mortgage any of our future.
Exactly.
Yeah, which I think you could argue is probably the right move. Mm-hmm. But I do wonder if the Mikael Williams injury had come down a week earlier, if y'all wouldn't have gotten involved in like the Jaden Phillips, like you would have made a move like that, like the Eagles did, giving up maybe not a first or second rounder, but a third or a fourth to get a guy that's better than one of these 7 or 6 round flyer guys, but not quite the impact of someone like Quinnen Williams.
The guy that we got from New England, I forget his name because we only gave up a 6 rounder for him.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, had an immediate impact. I think he had a sack and a half. And so it's like I think we got that guy. We're going to get some of our interior rookies that we drafted in the second round, in the first round. We're going to get those guys back. Then we're going to get Huff back. And then, so we're going to get healthier, and that's what I think they looked at.
Sure.
What I wanted to know, I wish they could make it public what was offered.
Oh, now that wouldn't be fun.
We would have got Max Crosby, but they wanted 3 first-round picks. And I'm like, yeah, go F yourself. Oh, 3.
No, I'm kidding.
Because we were already in cap room hell.
Yeah.
We've already spent so much money. But
do you have $64 million tied up between 3 interior defensive linemen? Because I think that is probably more cap hell than having space available, because that's just stupid. I mean, Kenny Clark, you're now going to have to
But the one takeaway I will put up,
renegotiate.
Speaking of cornerbacks, DeAndre Lenore, we got to start putting him up there in the top 3. His PFF rating and his stats, he's number 1 in a lot of categories.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, he is a top 3 shutdown corner, like a Sauce Gardner. They got traded to Indy, so start believing in them again.
That's a lot of capital.
Yeah, I know.
For Sauce. I love Sauce.
Yeah.
And especially you've got him signed to the long-term deal. The Jets locked him into it, so the Colts don't have to negotiate or any of. They've got him now for 4 years after this.
Yeah.
But if the Micah Parsons trade was an underpay, I think that tells me the Sauce Gardner trade is an overpay, because I don't think Micah and Sauce are on the same level of compensation if you're talking about them being available in a trade.
I think they saw what they lacked.
Yeah, it's a great move.
It was like they did not have that shutdown corner, and they are in there competing with C.J. Stroud, who was going on a, did they win this week or were they on bye?
Which one? Colts?
No, the Houston.
They lost a squeaker to Denver.
That's right.
Yeah.
That one's Denver. He's starting to catch his stride again.
Well,
He's only going to get paces. Yeah.
Let's burn through the rest of the league here.
Yeah.
We Both went 3-2 in our picks. We'll burn through those first. I picked Dallas. You picked Cardinals. Took that one. Both took the Niners. I took Bills. You took the Chiefs. I won that one. I took Steelers. You're riding. If only they had Sauce Gardner.
Oh, Indiana Jones, man.
Steelers over the Colts. And
I'll tell you, Pitt.
Vikings. The last one you had right. I took the Dan Campbells and Vikings beat the Lions.
I figured the defense on that one was going to be like Vikings have a top 5 defense.
Yeah, just like they did last year. And I keep saying,
JJ showed out. JJ showed out.
Might be back in at least a disruptive position because again, the Vikings are sitting last in the NFC North right now, which sounds
4-4.
4-4.
Yeah.
We'll start with that. Vikings beat the Lions 27-24. I didn't have to worry about covering an 8.5 point spread like the Lions were favored. What the hell was I thinking?
Give me the points, man.
Every time I picked Dan Campbell, they've lost. Every time I picked against them, they've won. So I take that for what it's worth.
Oh, buddy.
If you want to follow a trend. Vikings now still last in the division, but 4-4.
They can sneak up there.
Vikings are way more scary than the Bears are, in my opinion.
What is it? 5-4. The Lions 5-3.
5-3. Yep.
Yeah.
Tied with the Bears record-wise, but own the tiebreaker. The biggest shock of the day, LG. We have video for this one. The Panthers almost blew it because of Rico Dowdle's celebration.
I was going to save this for lightning round.
Okay, I had the clip.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
Panthers end up beating the Packers 16-13, but this was why the Panthers were stuck at 13 and needed a game-winning field goal.
Difference between the two penalties. It's about a yard difference in this area of the field.
So great.
Now it's Dowdle right back into the game.
Third
and
leg
right
Greg.
back into the end zone. His second of the day. And the Panthers extend the lead.
Two pumps.
Only 2 pumps, but apparently that's enough for the flag.
It's the old Key and Peele.
The old Key and Peele sketch.
It was 2 pumps.
Greg, third leg, loves it.
Oh, and let's not forget that those helmets look like nut sacks. Please don't ever wear them again.
Awful.
Yeah.
Which is worse, the Steelers 1928 throwbacks they wore last week?
Oh, God.
Or those?
Those. Just the helmet alone, because I'm looking at the helmet the most.
Also, what's his name?
Dobbs.
Dobbs, yeah.
Yeah, he had a
The
smaller
Guardian
nut sack
cat.
on his head, yeah.
He looked like Randy.
Oh,
He looked
God.
like Randy with the wheelbarrow.
Whoever decided that was a good idea,
It's not good.
Get fired.
Just wear leather helmets because that would be better than wearing those. That was an awful look. But all jokes aside,
So Rico
Panthers,
Dowdle, after the game, from my understanding and everything I've learned, we go over stuff like this every week in the meeting room. I definitely thought you were supposed to get 2 pumps. Hopefully I don't get fined.
No, he's going to get fined. In the same way, it was the Cowboys offensive lineman.
Did the rest know about the Key and Peele joke, or are they just like, oh, that was sexual?
So I think it's interesting because 3 weeks ago, the Cowboys offensive lineman Nate Thomas did this. You remember? And we had the footage of it from the all 22s. That's the first time I had seen it.
Completely where everybody was involved in it. And
right.
whatnot.
Like the Rico, it feels like if you're doing it maybe
off
to the side, you're fine. But to do it all choreographed with where
it was 2 pumps.
And there's literally looking.
Yeah, it was 2 pumps.
1, 2, we're good. That's it.
Here's the thing, man. It's what was it when Dave Chappelle said they're letting the Yin Yang twins say skeet, skeet, skeet on the radio.
Yeah, it's again.
It's do they know what they're
that might have just broke our FCC.
Yeah. Did they change it when they figured it out? But it's the same thing with the CD Lamb, the old
sniff.
yeah. And I'm you know what that's from? It's from an old movie called Kids.
Yeah.
And you're smelling vulva.
Good Lord, I'm not even going to say the quote now because It still makes me feel icky. There it is.
Butterscotch.
Harmy Carmine.
And I'm like, everybody was
classic.
doing it. Everybody was doing it. And it's like, you're basically saying you to the other teams.
Yep. Yep.
And it smells good.
Well, it smells like butterscotch candy.
Like butterscotch.
That's right. Panthers 5-4.
Yeah.
With wins over
sneaky.
Very sneaky.
Like, oh man, I got to start Rico Dowdle. Like,
who do you trust more, the Panthers or the Vikings? Still
division wise, I almost think I want to go with Panthers
because of who they're because they're not having to go up against the NFC North.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's why. That's why I.
And their defense is they shut down the Packers nutsacks.
So if you I that is not the hospital. When you walk into a hospital, sir, they refer to that as a scrotum. There we go.
Scrotum helmets.
Scrot helmets is way better.
Gee golly willikers, man.
Thank you, Flanders.
I'm gonna start learning some 50 slang.
I think the Panthers might be the
team.
They're
the bee's knees.
Hey, those boys from Carolina.
They got
traveling up to take on the bee's knees Chicago Bears.
Yeah. But I think Rico, man, he is RB1 material right now.
I think from a Niners perspective or a Lions perspective at that, the Lions sitting in the last playoff spot.
Yeah.
The Bears and Vikings being two of the three teams right behind them, that is a way more potential for
upset,
vulnerability, and upset. Right.
I wonder how many conference.
But the Panthers kind of sliding in between those two teams, and potentially we might end up seeing the Panthers as a 7th seed, and these NFC North teams beating up on each other and eliminating themselves from a playoff
controlling
spot.
The clock, keep it in a low-score game.
Yep.
Killing these high-scoring offenses. That's how you beat good teams.
For sure.
Like, that's how you take away their game plan. Because now, if they go and pass heavy 3 and out, you're putting a tired defense right back on the field.
Also, from a Cowboys perspective, if you are still believing that a playoff run, that's correct. If you are, and this is why, if you are still believing in a potential Cowboys playoff run, they've already lost to the Bears and Panthers, so you don't own those tiebreakers. You've got to.
Are you talking about the Cowboys in playoffs?
No, just talking about playoff. Just talking about playoff positioning, not Cowboys.
Put that one to bed. Throw it in the ground.
Oh, the Rams put the Saints to bed. 34-10, Rams beat the Saints. Not much to say about there. Rams securely in a playoff position.
Puka he avoided injury.
He did. What was another rib issue, right? It was a nice touchdown catch he had, though, falling. I thought it looked out of bounds every angle I saw.
I think he's going to stick to his guns and retire before 30,
Is he going to stick to his guns and go play basketball in Europe like he said he was going to do?
I think so.
Go play for a EuroLeague team? I would that'd be a great awesome story. Like, go watch him play for Olympiakos or someone in Greek or somewhere. Or, hell, Wemby's old team, the old Metros. Sunday night, or no, it wasn't. It was Sunday afternoon. It was the Tones, Romes, and Nance game. Bills beat the Chiefs 28-21. Chiefs tried to come back, but Bills.
I'm so sick of Josh Allen taking James Cook's touchdowns.
Oh,
quit the tush push. You got he had the most touchdowns last year. And I drafted him.
Oh, there's the real reason.
In our Sports Cave League, and we'll get to why I did not win this week. I'm dying. I think I might be out of the playoffs right now.
There it is again.
But oh man, we'll talk more about that one. But yeah, Jared Allen with the tush push. Let's get rid of it, please.
Well, this is what the Bills do. They beat the Chiefs in the regular season, and they lose to them in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, I don't think
maybe they need to not piss them off.
I was about to say the amount of times that they beat the amount of times they beat the Chiefs in the regular season has no bearing whatsoever on what happens in the postseason. I mean, watching that game Sunday afternoon, I still would pick the Chiefs in a playoff game. in Buffalo
Yeah,
and Kansas City.
When they got Taylor Swift in the stands and the refs helping them out.
Well, look, everyone's a Swiftie. Other contenders, Eagles on bye.
Yeah.
So now that the trading deadline has come and passed, we
A.J. Brown, get your ass in there, man.
Loyalty in Philly. They didn't move A.J. But you mentioned it before the show, or maybe it was at the beginning, how the contenders category has changed at all, if at all, based on the trade deadline today. So the teams I had, the way I've been doing it, if you are under plus 1,000 in Super Bowl odds, then you're a contender. That's the barometer we've been using. So if you are less than a 10-1
is India
odds,
10-1?
They weren't this morning.
Oh.
So the Sauce Gardner trade has now moved them up onto, they are back to plus 1,000 in Super Bowl odds.
Come on, Indiana Jones.
Despite the loss to the Steelers, 27-20 on Sunday.
Yeah, that was the Crystal Skull.
We might be putting, that was, or whatever that last one was called, the Dial of Destiny or whatever. We might be having to move the Colts back into the contender category, but they did lose to the Steelers 27-20. Elsewhere in the playoff category, we'll burn through these. Chargers played with their food, beat the Titans 27-20. The Chargers might be the team I feel like I know the least about. Like in terms of
that happens with a lot of West Coast. I mean,
it does.
The Rams and the Niners are dominating the West Coast talk.
But I feel
with Seattle on the fringe, I
feel like I know what Seattle is though.
When you talk AFC,
I feel like West, I know what the Rams are. I have no idea what the Chargers are week to week.
Are they AFC? So AFC, West
AFC West
is Chargers, Chiefs,
Raiders,
and Denver.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, they're the least talked about. Like the fan base, that's what killed the Chargers from staying in San Diego, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, is because no one showed up to their games. Yeah. I went to a Denver Chargers game before they moved to LA, and it was 75% Denver fans, but Herbert is just too good. Harbaugh is too good of a coach. They had a lot of injuries on defense and at running back. Vidal did not perform this week because, like you said, they're playing with the food. They didn't really need them. They got a lot of weapons, man, and they're going to put up points on offense when they need to.
I fear they might be the team that falls out of the playoffs when the Chiefs move, because the Chiefs still have the best Super Bowl odds, but they're the first team out of the playoffs in the AFC right now. And I think it's going to – because right now it's Chargers and Jaguars that I think are actually pretty – there's some similarities there in terms of not knowing what to expect week to week.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs are going to pass one of those two teams, and it's probably going to be the Chargers because they have the division matchups to fall back on. Speaking of playing with your food, good Lord, the Pats squeaked out a win against the Falcons 24-23.
Man, they're like Falcons are hit or miss.
So hit or miss. I mean, they beat the Bills.
They beat the Niners.
That's right.
They crushed us on defense, man. We didn't know what to do. And they still have the best running back in the game. With the ability. He's just not put up points.
Atlanta.
Drake London absolutely went off. When him and Penix get together and they sit there, it's like a Burrow Chase dynamic. Kyle Pitts, put him out to pasture. It's just they need consistency. They need a top tier coach.
Yeah, and they're still. I feel kind of like they're in the same boat as the Cardinals almost, where there are pieces that you really like, and when they are firing in unison, they can beat damn near anybody in the league.
Yeah,
or at least play them like they did the Pats, where it's a 1 possession, 1 point game, but still not anywhere close to getting really into. I wouldn't even put them in the fringe category right now, probably, but depending on who they play. Broncos, we mentioned. Broncos get a game-winning field goal, beat the Texans 18-15. Mm-hmm. It feels like
they're starting to unleash R.J. Harvey a little bit more.
Yeah, and that was seemingly expected to be a big weapon for them, a big part of their offense that is now starting to show signs of life. To me, this game, two of the best defenses, if not the best two defenses in the league going up against each other. The total points for this game was significantly under 50. It was under 40. It was like 38.5.
What was the total?
18-33. 33 points were scored in that game.
Yeah.
That's a defensive battle.
Defense.
And 7-2 Broncos end up coming out on top, but more so, it feels like that's a game the Texans had to have because the Ravens coming on strong with Lamar back. Ravens now have the same record as the Texans, and I mentioned those are your three teams right out of the playoffs in the AFC: Chiefs, Texans, and Ravens. You feel really confident the Chiefs are going to get in there, and you kind of could have seen a pathway for either the Texans or the Ravens to climb back into it, or at least into making it close by the end of the season. But the Texans feel like, especially with did you see the C.J. Stroud concussion?
Oh, yeah.
The two-a-hand start. Yeah, that you never want to see that.
It's the late slides, man. You got it. Like these quarterbacks.
Dak did it a couple times last night where I thought, dude, you should have just gotten lit up.
Dak Prescott.
And I think one of the it was Buda Baker. He went over and talked to him and was like,
what do you want me to do, dude?
I was like, I can't sit there and let him get 3 extra yards, when we're sitting here playing.
Yeah, it was exactly
when we're
exactly
trying to
Buda
get him
Baker.
from first down. He's like, you got to start. It's got to be a 5-yard penalty for a late slide.
See,
or
I don't think I disagree. There's got to be some kind of repercussion for that.
You can't sit there and do a late slide and then get your head banged off the thing and then you throw a flag.
Right.
And you're like, I can't pull up. I'm going full speed. There's no way to contort my body. It's going to injure me.
What if
when this person is doing a late slide?
What if instead of penalizing late slides, you just ban sliding?
No. How do you do that?
Well, just tell these guys, you stop running. Don't put it in. Because then how do you determine what's a late slide? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think, because there's going to be so much gray area.
If you are within a yard circle,
that's where I don't know how you litigate that in real time by Swifty officials, as you say.
It's going to be at the discretion of the refs.
Right, and that's the part I hate.
And that's where the coaches come in, like an old clip of Kyle Shanahan. Watch this. Kittle's going to go on out route. They're going to hold him. And he's literally tell the ref, and boom, happen, hold, the ref throws the flag.
Yeah.
Because he's seen it already, and they're not calling it, so he brings it to their attention. And if they sit there and review like they do every year, all these things, they will know what a late slide is. It's going to be cautionary. It's going to be at certain times.
Well, and you go around to each team in training camp, show them
and
different
be like, we're going to be calling this.
Yeah, the point of emphasis, they always push
in the beginning of the year, and then
slides. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I agree with you. It is. It feels like you have to protect the guys from putting themselves in that kind of position.
Yeah.
Creating that gray area of what is and isn't a late slide. Because we're going to see more guys get lit up
if the NFL really wants to cut down on CTE.
They don't. But if they do.
Optics-wise, they do.
That's why I think it would be better for them optics-wise to just say, no more sliding.
You can't do that. No more scrambling?
No. You're outside of the pocket. You are a football player normal to everybody else. They won't ever do this because of the investment in the quarterback position.
Yeah.
But it just feels like we're going to see more and more. Well, even it wasn't a late slide, but the catastrophic injury to Jaden Daniels as well, the dislocated elbow.
Yeah. Oh, that was just him putting his arm down.
Right, just to try to hold his weight as
which is,
tackled.
if you know anything on sliding, keep your arms up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Commies lose that game 38-14. Seahawks continue to roll. I've got some fun Seahawks audio to close out that's how we're closing today's episode. We're not the only ones that have fun pronouncing wide receivers' names in the league. You remember we had Egbuka with Gronk. We got a couple of radio legends trying to pronounce JSN's name. And then elsewhere, playoffs category, Jaguars sneak by the Raiders. Again, like the Chargers, I don't know what to make of the Jaguars.
Brock Bowers is back. So.
Brock Bowers was certainly back. I don't think
put a 40 burger on people.
Yeah, I don't think it helped us win. I think we have him. I don't remember. And then Buccaneers were on bye. Elsewhere, the fringe category, Ravens beat the Dolphins 28-6, and that Bears-Bengals crazy-ass game.
Yeah.
I had flipped away from it, and there were 21 more points scored.
Yeah.
By the time I even realized.
Flacco, he definitely doesn't have Aaron Rodgers' arm for that Hail Mary, but, man, how do you let that guy rumble and tumble into the end zone? Loveland. I just don't get it, man.
I think there's going to be a lot of Bears fans. Yeah, all those 3 missed tackles on that final play. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of Bears fans that for a decade – talked themselves into the fact that Loveland was the better pick than Tyler Warren. No. I know. Yeah. I know. Nah. But that was one of those days where see, told you Loveland was the right choice.
Which one got picked first?
Loveland.
Oh, that's
he went before Warren, surprisingly.
Idiots.
I know. You got anything else from the Sunday before we do the lightning round? Get out of here.
Shout out to Super Chat, Royce. $2. Finish Mafia forever.
Yes, sir. Stars win 4-3, led by the Fins. It was Miko Rantanen bobblehead night.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No bobbleheads. Mark, $2. He just wanted to see the animation. The animation is fun. Let's keep it going, man. Let's see how much we can get this cup filled.
Yeah, we shouldn't tell you that animation is not breaking technology like when Walt Disney did it. Yeah. But please,
it's fun to see.
Look to see that cup get full. No, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Royce. Thank you, Zeb, for the super chats. As always, if you missed the first part of the show, we will be making our first purchase as a collective crew. With the super chats, getting a new microphone to add to the possibilities here on the Sports Cave. But with that, LG, let's do some lightning round. Get out of here tonight. There's no easy way to put this, so I'm just gonna say it. If you have enough money to clone your dog, maybe we should.
I feel like the dog would attack me.
Dude, did you not see this story?
No.
Tom Brady cloned his dog.
Oh, buddy.
The current dog he has now is a clone of his dog that died in 2023. He took a blood sample of it, and believe it or not, Tom Brady's an investor in technology that clones things because he's wanting to probably clone himself. But
I was just watching that Welcome to Jury. And I'm like,
oh, the new show?
I'm just like,
thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard.
75%.
Yeah, I've heard.
But yeah, it's definitely graphic. A lot of vagina.
Yeah, there's the scientific term. Yeah, I can deal with the graphic sexual side, but graphic violence. That's where the that's where the woke liberal in me comes in. It's like, I don't want to see any of that.
All right, hit me, LG. So this was before, because I know they were on bye. This was before the stellar game. This was a Hall of Famer game for Christian McCaffrey. We got Christian McCaffrey versus Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry put together. Total yards.
Yep.
981 to 987. Mm-hmm. Total touchdowns, 6 to 8. Mm-hmm. Yards per carry, 3.5 to 4.5. Catches, 53 to 25. Fumbles, 1 to 3.
Are all 3 of those probably Derrick Henry? Like is
I
Saquon
think
even in
Saquon
here?
got one.
He got one.
Yeah.
Look, it is. I will give you this.
Just think about what he put up this week.
The McCaffrey numbers are fun, but the bigger story to me is how down Saquon's not even on pace for 1,000 yards.
No.
In a 17-game season now.
They just have the worst Super Bowl slumps.
It does.
The last Super Bowl they won, they fired their head coach, didn't they? Like right after,
a year and a half after, yeah. But I still, if we go back and listen to the episode where we were reviewing or predicting division outcomes, I don't think it was necessarily talked about enough that the Eagles replaced their entire coaching staff.
Yeah.
Except for Sirianni. New coordinators, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, I believe new special teams guy. It's a whole new underling staff under Sirianni. I do think that in NFL, when the margins are so small, there is a lot of towards success being driven by continuity among your coaching staff. Yeah. Hit me, LG. I know you will appreciate this number. $31.5 million.
Oh, what's that?
The peak viewership during Game 7 of that World Series.
Oh.
Saturday night, 31
Did it break any records,
and a half.
Or?
It's the most since 2017.
Wow.
So not records, but the most in almost a decade. And of course, immediately people were like, "Well, what Game 7 of that NBA Finals do last year?" Well, Game 7 of the baseball averaged 25.9 million. Game 7 of the NBA Finals last year, 16.4 million. But we all knew Halliburton was out.
Yeah,
it would have been higher if Halliburton had been if he hadn't been injured.
Baseball is still America's
baseball
team.
Is awesome. Numbers. That's why anytime someone starts to decry the death of baseball, look at the regional viewership. Look at how many sports are giving out $400, $700 million contracts.
Yeah,
baseball's just fine.
Yeah,
baseball's just fine
because they get to play 80 plus games at home, so the stadiums are making money hands over fist.
That's right.
So hit me, LG. We have the Sports Cave Fantasy Football Live update from Week 9. Well, the captain was creaming up to Dickershaw until Lamb decided to drop that ball. I got beat by 133 to 123. I was down by 70 points with 3 players: Trey McBride, Sam Darnold, and CD Lamb.
Is this officially a losing streak now?
No, it is losing. I'm 4-5, man.
Oh.
I'm struggling. And it's not because of the lack of points. I'm like one of the top leader in points. I'm just playing everybody's best game, which happens in fantasy football. Let me just get that out of the way. James Gang lost to King Henry Hamptons 95-90, another squeaker. Wildcard drops another one to Papaya FC with a dominant performance, 160 over 95.
Here, hold on. I'm having to send in my 6-digit verification code because I haven't signed into the Yahoo website in weeks.
Team Momentumers gathers some momentum and kills the Chairman Meows.
Hey, that's back-to-back. Oh, wait, that's me.
Yeah, the Pussies lost 132 to 120. Eli Zuber still bringing up the back, losing to the AI Overlords 103 to 95.
What the hell, Zeb? Was this payback because I didn't get your text about parking at the house?
And Adolph Aller-Bush decided to do nasty things to Tulsa State Fair. 113 to 78.
Oh, poor Tulsa.
This is where we get into crunch time, ladies.
How many teams make the playoffs?
6.
Out of our 12.
Yeah, first 2 bye.
And right now, there are 3 teams that are 6-3. There are 3 teams that are 5-4, and there are 4 teams that are 4-5. So what is that? 10 out of the 12 are all within 2 games of each other?
We're all striking distance.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 2 games. Like this one, the Baker Mayfield scoring 1 point, like you can just CD Lamb not being in there
and for the record,
4 games.
The team that scored the most total points.
Yeah. It's D'Brickashaw. No, it's
No.
Oh, it is Cherry. Yeah, you guys got Jamar Chase.
But we've had
and you have Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor was the good pickup.
That was a great
That was
pickup.
the good pickup.
That was the great one.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. You don't need to see me. You don't need to. Just throw it on Cap. I'll do one more and we'll get out of here.
Oh, man. All right, hit him.
One, college basketball's back.
Yep.
Watched some of that last night. Absolutely spectacular. Oh, did you lose it now too? Okay. Spectacular. Two.
Yeah, I look very interested.
Live Golf switching to 72 holes finally. Although Live is called Live because that's the Roman numeral for 54, which is how many holes they used to play. So there's no consistency, but why not? It's Saudi golf. I'm going to need this just as a GIF. Yeah, there we go, as a reaction GIF. And now, on a lighter note, we did have a fairly significant death here in the city. It's a name that's not going to jump out or mean anything. This is even better that you're doing just a reaction video so that I don't have to be on camera as I'm talking about it. When we first started doing working for the PR firm here in town, most of our clients were Riverwalk restaurants, but local, like Bohannon's, the steakhouse, Battalion when they opened, Maverick in Southtown when they opened. But the one that was kind of I wouldn't say above the rest of them, but the one that you could tell had generational impact on the city's culinary scene. Like Bohannon's is probably the closest to it, but Biga on the Banks and Chef Bruce and Perney, when we met all of them, that was like it was like meeting culinary royalty here, and like the amount, like
I've been there a couple times. Great, I mean,
spectacular
presentation, atmosphere,
and
food.
You've got it's Riverwalk dining for locals.
Yeah,
it's actually good. It's not tourist food. It's actually high quality, well thought out, well developed. It's an amazing program led by Chef Bruce Auden as the chef. That's a guy who has mentored so many great chefs here in our city. And I know this might not mean like a lot to a lot of people, but the culinary scene in San Antonio over the last 15, almost 20 years now has grown so much.
We got James Beard Award winners here.
And so much of that goes back to Chef Bruce and Perney. Perney Shea was the co-owner of Biga on the Banks. And she was the one that when we did their PR and she was the connection. She was the, Bruce was the chef.
Yeah.
She was the, she dealt with the PR firm while Bruce could focus on the program.
Yeah, she's setting him up. He's knocking him down.
Yeah. And news came out over the weekend that Perney unfortunately passed away. They're having a memorial this Sunday at Biga. But just one of those names in the city that might not mean anything to you when you hear it, but you have no idea the impact that one individual had on the city,
the spider web,
and not just the fine dining or culinary or snooty crap like that, but
it's elevated cuisines.
Years of donations to St. Philip's culinary program.
Yeah.
Like years of donations to programs that were allowing people from backgrounds that wouldn't have the opportunity to get involved in that world. Like she did so much to get people introduced to it that might not have ever had the resources to have that as an opportunity. So the city lost a really, really, really big one last week, and it's again a name that might not mean anything to you, but the culinary scene here would be very, very, very different if it wasn't for Perney, co-owner of Biga on the Bank. So I definitely wanted to mention that one. And then before I lose it going any more nostalgic, let's end with a stupid radio clip, shall we? So
stupid
radio legends, Mike Francesa and Mad Dog. Does Mike and Mad Dog mean anything?
Yeah,
New York,
yeah.
WFAN.
Of course.
The guys that, for the most part, single-handedly or were very, very early in creating what is talk radio now. You know, us sitting here doing this, Mike and Mad Dog doing it on the Fan in the early 90s, maybe even late 80s, as a full sports station in America's biggest city. Obviously developed cult following over the years. They've split. They had their differences. They've come back. They've split again. I think, they continue to weave back and forth. That tends to happen with radio guys, or so I hear. But both of them share a trait, and that's never being able to properly announce guys' names. And one of the ones this year that has tripped up a lot of people is Rockwall, DFW's own Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jigba, yeah.
Tell me which one of these two you think is closer, because they're both so bad, I don't even know who to say did it better.
Sam's having a really good year.
Thank you.
12 touchdowns, 4 intercepts. Smith, it's amazing how many these Ohio State, receivers
pause it
just
right
come
there.
in the league and flourish. But
so he's like Smith, and then he realizes like, crap, I don't know how to say that. It's amazing, all these Ohio State. So I'm going to think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Try to figure it out.
Smith, Nijba, however you say it.
However you say it.
The Seahawks blocked a 48-yard field goal with 4 minutes left, which would have put the Pats up 6. That was a big play in this game. Smith played well, and his receivers, Metcalf caught 10, Jackson Smith, Nagujuba, the kid from Ohio State, he caught 12 more. And the Seattle team is 2-0. They get Miami next week without Tua, so they got a good chance.
I think Francesa did it better than Mad Dog there, but just know
that was a couple years ago too.
Yeah,
so.
No, that's been awful announcing has been holding on to that.
He is becoming a top 5 receiver, man.
He's a stud.
That kid's a stud.
He's like Francesa said, he's Ohio State wide receivers.
Ohio State and LSU wide receivers Smith, always bank on him.
And Juba. Well, continue mispronouncing Emirates Cup. So, and do it with pride. That'll do it for us tonight, though. I am back in hosting for Andy tomorrow while he's traveling to South Florida. Yeah. Pray for me. We're doing 4 to 7 over on Ticket 760. Come hop in with us there. And then all of us 3 back in the room Thursday night. Have a full week of shows, so looking forward to it. Fun week, long week. Cap, tell the people how to get a hold of you.
The Captain's Chair 210 on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. LG, when's the next stream? I know you got a Spurs game Friday night.
Possibly tomorrow.
Well, possibly look for that to come down the line. Tomorrow, listen to me on Ticket tomorrow, 4 to 7. And then join us back here Thursday night. Guys, I appreciate all of y'all riding along, the super chats.
Yes.
I can't wait to show off the new mics, but till then, y'all be good.
Thanks.
Peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only